Today we're back in this 2000 Lexus LX 470, the Lexus Land Cruiser. You guys may remember we filmed this earlier this spring, and now we have a few modifications and updates to talk about in this LX 470.
Indeed.
Substitute TheTopher is joining me today.
Good morning.
Let's start this up. Listen carefully. We have a muffler delete. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. This also now has 694,000 miles. So the owner has been daily driving this, our friend Dane, and he's put over 20,000 miles on this. I think he bought it about 280, and he's had it for about a year. So that adds up. Over 300,000 miles on this LX 470. So just to refresh you guys, we have a 4.7 liter V8 that makes 230 horsepower, 320 pound-feet of torque. Maybe it makes a little bit more now with the exhaust mod. That sounds really good.
It does.
We have a 4-speed auto, full-time 4-wheel drive. Yeah, good stuff here. Let's walk you guys around this. And we have a new set of wheels too from 1552. And my favorite all-terrain tires, the Firestone Destination XT in 285 70R17. 33s on the LX. Right now, the automatic height control is set to its highest setting, though the owner has not done the AHC tune that keeps it in its highest setting, so we still get a little bit of rub around town and in parking spaces, but that's okay. You know.
It is in the plans of things to do, so it doesn't rub.
It's on the list.
This is how it should look.
It looks so good.
It looks awesome.
Oh my gosh.
This setup so much.
Yeah. I ran these tires on my 4th gen Toyota 4Runner, which had the same 4.7 liter V8 as this LX, and they were incredible in the winter and the snow. So I'm excited for Dane to test these out a little bit this winter. And I'm actually thinking about getting a set of these for my Ranger Raptor, because these are kind of my favorite all-terrains that I've ever driven on. They're quiet, they're comfortable, they're relatively soft, but they have great tread life, and they're amazing in the snow. The KO3s have been fine, but not really impressed with anything about them. And these were always just kind of a surprise. They do well in the wet too, so that's an improvement.
That's good.
Otherwise, anything else? Any other changes?
A sticker, Lexus 300,000 mile club.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know you could get those.
Yeah.
They used to have these for Volvos.
Okay.
And we got the last sticker for the 200,000 mile club from Volvo on my Volvo 850 back in the day. That's cool. That's cool to have.
Otherwise, like you said, the muffler delete. It's got fresh brakes all around.
Chris, hop in, give us a
lights.
rev.
Oh yeah.
We need a rev. We need to hear that. Yes.
A little raspy.
It is a little bit raspy. That's okay. You can expect some of that with a muffler delete. Yeah, the ground clearance now, the approach angle is just awesome. So I don't know what the stock diameter on these LXs is. I assume it's probably around 31-inch tire. That's usually what Toyota Lexus put on their trucks and SUVs. So this maybe gives us another inch of ground clearance in addition to the AHC. I don't think you really need anything beyond that. If you have a Lexus LX 470 with automatic height control, it's probably the best way to go with these trucks. You don't really want to have to rip it out and install a lift on these unless if it just isn't functioning and it's going to take a bunch of money to get back into working shape. I think this LX was in pretty good shape and it just needed a little bit of maintenance to get it back up and running, a simple bleed. The only thing is you want to find a mechanic that knows what they're doing. All right, well, we've already walked you around this LX. Let's show you in the back seat real quick.
It's so clean.
It's so clean.
For 300,000
miles. Did you get the interior detailed too?
Yeah.
Sorry, before you went in the car, you mentioned new fogs. Those look proper.
Yes.
It looks great.
Yeah.
And that's, that's a good 300,000 miles of stone chips right there.
Yeah.
I would keep that.
You got to accept it a little bit. It's kind of like a trophy.
It's proof.
Yeah.
All right, let's go drive it. Cool. Let's go listen to this V8. I always wondered what one of these would sound like with a muffler delete. Fishbowl levels of visibility in here.
Best part about old SUVs.
It really is. Actually doesn't rub too bad in high mode at parking lot speeds. Above 30 miles an hour, it'll lower us to normal height mode. We also have new brakes. There was a bit of a shudder, a bit of a vibration from the old brake rotors. So we'll see if that's any better today.
On the way over here, I did not notice it. So.
Yeah, well, this feels great.
It's pretty properly dialed in now.
It really does.
And these tires are surprisingly quiet for an all-terrain. Like, on the highway, they were super nice.
That's what I remember from my 4Runner too. They got a little bit noisier after a winter, after a season, but it wasn't too bad. I love the way this V8 sounds. When you open up a Lexus V8, they sound surprisingly gnarly and muscular. Like, it's kind of a shock. Redline is 5,000 RPM here. Oh, that sounds great. This is so cool. I would daily this. I was actually kind of torn between a Land Cruiser or an LX and my Ranger Raptor.
Yes, I remember that.
This was like the budget option.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna spend 10 grand or 60 grand. I don't know, can't decide.
It is cool that these are havable for like 10 grand in pretty decent condition.
Yeah, yeah.
So
they went down a little when gas prices went up. These kind of dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
You can find them for pretty reasonable money. The biggest thing you have to look out for is just rust. Oh yeah, these brakes feel really good.
They do feel really nice now. Yeah, and as we mentioned in the previous video, this is originally a Colorado truck.
That's right.
So no rust.
Yeah, if you live in the snow belt, find one that isn't rusty, get it rust-proofed, take it to Crown or do whatever else you need to do to it.
This one's been to Crown. It actually just went to Crown for its reapply.
Oh, good.
A couple weeks
Cool.
ago. So ready for winter.
Yeah, after a couple seasons of reapplications, you don't need a whole lot more else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just drives great on these Destination XTs. This is awesome. Rides pretty well too. I wonder if he upgraded the pads too. It feels like there's a lot more bite here.
Yeah, I didn't ask him, but I would agree. They feel a lot nicer.
Yeah. The gearing is so tall and there's so much torque that you floor it and it just downshifts up to like 3,000 RPM. It's great. Yeah, no drone from that exhaust, that muffler delete. We'll have to look underneath and see what exactly was cut out. I assume it was just the rearmost suitcase muffler.
I
Or
believe
the big heavy piece.
Yeah, or it may have been a mid muffler. We'll have to poke our heads under it and
All
see.
right. I mean, this is perfect. It sounds good, but it doesn't drone. It's kind of loud from the outside. Yeah, this handles well. I mean, that's the thing about the hydraulic suspension here, is that after that initial body roll around a corner, it actually grips pretty nicely.
All-terrain tires have come a long way.
Oh, they really have. It's amazing. Let's do windows down here. Let's do a little acceleration. See if we can listen to this. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's some skill right there, Christopher, rolling up all four windows at once.
Yeah, it's kind of it's just like a claw. Just kind of claw at them all. It's like heel toe downshifting where you just mash all the pedals down at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolling all four windows up. When you don't have automatic rear windows, you kind of have to learn these things.
To adapt.
Yep. All right, rub. Yep.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's just with that slight amount of lock.
Yeah.
There it is again. It just sounds like a little bit of plastic. Maybe just a small amount of trimming.
You should just do a trim and fender liner delete.
Or it just could take care of itself too.
That's true. It'll sand itself down.
That's right. It's still not fast, but it's quick enough. Was that a weird noise just now?
It did sound like maybe an exhaust leak started.
Okay.
That's kind of what that sounded like. Or maybe even louder now.
All right. Sounds better.
Now it's straight piped.
Yeah, a little bit of induction noise too.
It's always fun filming old cars because something always happens.
Yeah.
And then it just adds a bit of drama to the video.
That's right. Ride quality is just great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Aside from the 300,000 miles worth of rattles in here, which all kind of blend into white noise.
They kind of do. You know, it's kind of like a soft, just like slapping sort of noise. It isn't like a weird plasticky cracking.
That's true.
It's all of the leather just moving back and forth.
Yeah, leather creaking mostly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on the highway. We'll see how this cruises at speed.
That's definitely louder at this point.
I think it got a little bit louder.
It definitely got louder. I don't hear anything dragging though, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. Maybe just an old seal blew out or something.
A little separation, I'm sure.
Air conditioning is ice cold. It's like freezing my wrist right here.
It's very cold.
And you were talking earlier about this driving position. It's just, it's so tall, so high.
Yeah.
It really masks the speed that you're going.
It does. See everything. It's so funny with the seat in the lowest position, you can still see the front of the hood.
Yeah,
from the
that's
driver's
right.
seat.
Yeah, you don't need, you know, off-road cameras and something like this, just because you can see every corner and every, you know, direction of this vehicle.
Your eyes are your cameras.
Yep. We'll have to take this off-road at some point too.
Oh, definitely.
Invite Dane out to
Dane
Holly
definitely
Oaks.
wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What suspension mode are you in? Looks like you're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Between comfort and sport.
Yep. Normal does pretty well.
One thing we've noticed, because Dane and I have taken this on some really long trips, occasionally, if you're in anywhere from comfort to normal, it is a little bit too floaty on the highway. So sometimes we roll in sport after a little while, just because it's kind of like wallowy.
Yeah, we could crank that up. Yeah, higher speed stuff, sport does do well.
Yeah.
Yep. And this just kind of rumbles along now. This is great. Favorite cruise control stock.
Yeah, that one doesn't work, but
yeah,
it's the one thing.
That's right. He hasn't figured that out yet.
We tried. Okay, so
we tried everything in the comments.
We put a new clock spring on it.
Okay,
and that didn't fix it. And then I feel like he tried something else too, and it didn't work. I think the next thing we're going to try is just to put an entirely new cruise control switch on it. But it's weird because when you click the cruise button, it lights
shows
up on the cluster.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know.
Huh.
But that's the one thing in this truck that doesn't work.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, commenters, if you have any other ideas,
yeah, if you guys
feel
have
free to chime in.
I would say not too bad though. For 300,000 miles, there's only one thing in here that doesn't work. So
that's great. That's amazing.
Yeah. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Sorry, Dane. I think we created an exhaust leak in your LX 470.
We definitely did. Yeah, our apologies.
Our apologies. It sounds kind of better now, actually.
It's just... We'll see what the drone's like.
Yeah.
On the highway.
I think it'll be okay, but yeah, it does sound like it's right at the front of the system.
It's probably just right where they deleted the muffler, honestly. It probably just blew off. Yeah.
It found its voice.
It did. After all these years.
That's great. I mean, that's plenty of power.
Yeah.
You look at the numbers on this and you think it's going to be underpowered, but it's such a nice cruiser on the highway. Zero shake, zero vibration from these Destination XTs. Can't even really hear them.
No.
Gosh, maybe after the Ranger warranty runs out, I'll get myself one of these. This is awesome.
I know. These are just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had always talked about these, and then Dane somehow got on a kick, and he used to drive an E70 X5, which we also had on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And that car just, after like 10, 15,000 miles of daily driving it, every warning light was on, it was plagued with issues. And that's kind of what motivated him to get into one of these, because he had heard that they just go forever, and
Sure.
they just, you know, you don't really have to worry about too much, so.
Well, it's interesting because you're still chasing little things in a car with this many miles and this old.
That's in any car.
But it's usually not anything major, and once you get stuff sorted, you don't have to deal with it for a while. So you keep up with the maintenance, you do the big things like address the automatic height control, and then the other stuff is just little things that pop up here and there. I think after I put about, I don't know how much money did I put in that 4Runner? I bought it for $4. I had about 12 or 13 into it.
Yeah.
I think it's been pretty solid. I've been texting the owner periodically, the guy I sold it to, and he's like, yeah, nothing's gone wrong. He's like done aesthetic stuff to it, you know.
You did everything it needed, and then now he gets to enjoy it.
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, I want to sell this because this thing is just a money pit, but I think it's been really reliable and really solid.
Yeah, this thing has been really good as well. I think the only thing he's had to do, I think he's had to replace like 2 coil packs and the alternator.
Okay.
In the last 22,000 miles. I think that's
okay.
Literally it.
Yeah.
And then like maintenance items, like we said, brakes, wheels and tires. That was not necessarily a maintenance item, but now it looks excellent.
Yeah,
so,
that looks great. Yeah. He did try to remove the pinstriping. Need to do a little bit more work on that.
It's in the process of being removed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think there's a special tool for that. It's like a rubber wheel that just kind of takes it all off, but doesn't damage the paint, and you polish it out, and it's good to go.
Yep.
That'll look really nice.
Yeah. Black cars are tough.
They really are.
Especially when they have 300,000 miles on them.
When they're clean, they just, nothing looks better, but 20 minutes later, they look dirty again.
Yeah. I love the setup on this, though. The two-tone black and gray with the gray wheels.
Oh, yeah.
The all-terrain tires. It just looks so good.
These 1552s look really proper.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool they're offering Toyota fitments.
Yeah.
And truck wheels these days. Cool. All right, guys. Well, that was another drive in the Lexus Land Cruiser. Many improvements were made, some while on this drive.
Yeah.
These are so good. They're so fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a little bit more comfortable, solid, versatile, bigger inside than the 4Runners. And just so nice to drive and live with. And at this point, I think kind of achieving classic status too.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
This one will be officially classic next year.
That's right. Yeah. Very good. If you haven't already, go check out our initial video on this LX470 and go check out Chris's channel at TOPher Drives. we're not the same person, but we both
This is
are
proof.
named Chris and
Yeah.
go by Topher.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're not related.
One day everyone will understand, but until then, we'll
Lot
just
of-
keep confusing the entire owner.
A lot of confusion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh. If you like to see your handiwork, it's very obvious. Look right here under the truck.
Oh yeah. It's just come off.
It just came off. Not that big of a deal.
All right. Keone can just slip that back on.
You probably could right now.
Yeah. Actually, I would just remove the back half.
Yeah.
That's
Just let her eat.
it's just dumping under the car now.
Yeah.
It's better for ground clearance.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds about like what happened. That actually, the same thing happened to me on my 4Runner,
Oh really?
but it still had the big suitcase muffler, so it didn't really make that much difference. It just kind of like the exhaust just sacrificed itself,
I see.
and I just threw it away.
There's an
Wait
audible
seconds.
clip. You'll be able to go back about 15 minutes ago. It was like a.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be able to see right when it happened.
Yeah. I just don't think they tighten those clamps down enough.
Yeah, definitely not.
All right. Well, we'll get that fixed. Also, I don't know if it's me or the wheel width here, but these Destination XTs look like a bigger, taller, wider tire than the KO3s on my Raptor. I feel like the KO3s are a really small 33. I don't know. It just measuring them next to each other, just looking at them visually, this seems like a larger tire, even though on paper they're exactly the same. So I don't know. Maybe these look good. They're aggressive.
Back just lowered.
Oh yeah, the back is lowered. Nice. The back, the rear suspension lowers on these on the highway, right? To like low modes for better fuel efficiency,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Clever stuff. All right, well, let's go drop this off.
Okay. These doors feel so nice still.
Oh, they're so solid.
300K.
New Lexus doors just don't, it's not the same.
Yeah.
They don't make them like they used to. We need to mend something.
What's that?
The exhaust blew off.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds better though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it like that.
It completely blew off. Oh, it's something you could just tighten that clamp. Wait, which side was it? On
This is passenger side, yeah.
We lay down on this nice new fancy box.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love a good box.
Alright, let's see what you guys did. Jumped it across the acres, didn't you? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it blew off because they only wrapped it with tinfoil.
Yeah.
I don't know who did
Just a little bit of like packaging tape on that exhaust.
There's like 3 different sizes of exhaust.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could literally just weld it for him. I'd take it off where it's tinfoil and clamped weirdly. And then up here, the nuts are still there, surprisingly.
Okay, I'll deliver it back to him as a muscle truck,
Muscle truck.
and then let him know. I don't know who did this exhaust. I think it was just like some generic muffler. Oh, that just fell off too.
The wagon wouldn't give you this much
We're
appreciation.
we're breaking, actively breaking the car. Do we have double-sided tape? Put this back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that alien tape. Here.